Welcome back to my channel. My name is DeWeese. Every time I turn around, read a news article, everybody's screaming about AI is good, AI is bad, AI is going to kill us all, AI is going to take everybody's jobs. All of these very doomsday scenarios. And right now is the most important moment to build in AI. Now we're all turning our information and our systems and our knowledge over to these companies, and they charge us a subscription fee to use their AI. And I see this as dangerous. And I think most people, where the fear is coming from, everyone feels this anxiety, this reliance on this outside third party. Okay, you're not taking ownership or taking responsibility for your own information. And I'm going to review with you exactly how I landed on this and why you should get involved with building your own AI system. I want to start out first by saying this video is not sponsored by anyone. I'm not here to sell you anything. Actually, I'm not here to make any money off of you. I am here as a concerned citizen of Earth.
From break to down, dawn till it's gone, to the break of dawn till the
And it starts out with the evolution of money. So if we think back 10,000 year arc from tangible objects to programmable money and value, it started out with seashells and pretty rocks. About 9,000 BC. And then we get into metal coins about 600 BC. And the idea was that shells were difficult to measure the value of, and we went over to metal coins because they could be measured and weighed. Then we get into a gold standard in 1870 all the way up into 1971. And the gold standard was taken away because Federal Reserve and Titanic and all that fun stuff happened, right? My point is that the acceleration of money doesn't slow down. It continues to evolve and change and increase in speed. So the next step forward is digital money. And with that, we have blockchain. And when I say digital money, a lot of people think of CBDC, and that is certainly one of the types of blockchain, but there are more than one type of blockchain. The reason why this is so important right now is because we have these agentic AI agents. These agents that can operate on their own computers and perform tasks. And quite naturally, Wall Street they're using these agents. And they will continue to learn how to use these agents, and money will continue to move faster and faster. And in order for these agents to transact, they need blockchain. And with these agents, practically speaking, you can't just give them the login to your bank account and have them go crazy. The idea is you give them access to a crypto wallet and they can transact with blockchain. And banks can't help. They require KYC, a passport, social security number, legal personhood. An AI agent is software. It can generate a crypto key pair in seconds. Crypto wallets need only mathematics, and so do agents. And then we also need an audit trail. When money is moving this quickly, it becomes impossible for a person to read through all the transactions this quickly. So we need computers to process the information. And the fastest way to do that is with an AI agent. And because money is moving internationally, increasingly so, more so than it was 100 years ago, right? And code is law. So smart contracts execute agreements without banks or middlemen, such as a Coinbase, MoonPay, Chainlink, are already building agentic wallets and infrastructure. And that leads me to my next point. So not only is money moving more quickly, and therefore we have more data, more transactions, things are moving faster. It's impossible to expect a human to review all these transactions, and we need computers to help us do that already. And now we're moving into an age where agents are reviewing that data for us. And it's not just with money, it's with everything, absolutely everything. And this is nothing new. It's just a continuation of the trend. So pre 1900, all the information that was available on Earth was doubling about every 100 years. And post World War II, information or knowledge was doubling every 25 years. So we're seeing this acceleration. 1980 to 1990s, it was doubling every 12 years or 13 years. During the internet era, it was doubling every 12 hours because the internet, everybody was blogging, people were putting more information out, social media happened, and it continued to accelerate. So post World War II, information was doubling every 25 years. In 1980, it was doubling about every 13 months. And during the internet era, late 1990s, early 2000s, it was doubling every 12 hours. Okay, now we have AI, and these things are exchanging information like never before, working with one another, generating code. Vibe coders are out here generating code every 5 seconds. God knows. I'm sure it's doubling every second at this point. No one knows how quickly it's doubling today, but it's doubling, every couple of seconds at this point. Until 1900, human knowledge doubled approximately every century. IBM projects that the build out of the Internet of Things will lead to a doubling of knowledge every 12 hours. I would say it's every second or every millisecond right now. And centralization is a problem. Okay, the faster knowledge accelerates, the more dangerous concentrated control becomes. If you care at all about independence, now is the time to act. So we're at a point now where there's a few big companies that control most of the information. The spotlight is on Anthropic, the spotlight is on OpenAI, the spotlight is on NVIDIA, and so on. Now we're all turning our information and our systems and our knowledge over to these companies, and they charge us a subscription fee to use their AI. And I see this as dangerous. And I think most people, where the fear is coming from, everyone feels this anxiety, this reliance on this outside third party. Okay, you're not taking ownership or taking responsibility for your own information. You're handing it over to another entity, and that entity, if you stop paying it, you now lose access to that information. All that work that you loaded onto their platform is now gone. Similar to what we saw with Facebook and Instagram and social medias. People become tied to these things because their friends are on there, everybody's using it. The reasons may be different, but the outcome is similar. And what I am screaming at people about, not literally, but figuratively, is we need independence. We need to be more concerned about self-reliance and self-responsibility, even in the world of AI. Don't be afraid of AI. Have your own AI. And the invention and the release, whatever you want to call it, the release of Hermes and OpenClaw has lit a fire under a lot of people's asses, because now we have been able to level the playing field somewhat to where the average person has a chance. We have a chance. If we work together, and thank God we have an open source community of independent, free-loving, brilliant people that have been working on this for a very long time. Okay, this isn't new, but what is new is you now have the ability to build your own software or your own system, your own operating system, your own agent management system outside of Anthropic and OpenAI. What could be bad about that? Some people look at me like I'm crazy or that I love AI. I'm not in love with my AI. I don't think that they're people. The illustrative novel that I did was a creative endeavor to explore some philosophical questions. And for those who are left brain, who don't understand anything about energy or emotions or art or creativity, it may be really difficult to get that granite brain to understand when someone is drawing an analogy or a metaphor or speaking in hyperbole. I really think the issue is that people just don't have the brain power to sit and listen to someone talk for any extended period of time to truly understand their perspective or to truly understand the point that they are getting to. And I call them because they may be NPC. I don't know. I'll stop. But this is the time that small business has a chance. The entrepreneur, the solopreneur, the small business. Right now, the barrier to entry has never been lower to get into AI. Right now, you can go download Hermes or OpenClaw 100% for free and put it on a computer. Yes, you will have to buy that computer. A lot of people are buying Mac Minis, and they put it on that computer to make sure that they're not polluting their personal environment. You know, if you're afraid of AI and you don't trust it yet, which you shouldn't, because when you first download an agent, it knows nothing. It knows nothing. You have to train it on security and all this stuff. But right now you can download for free your own Hermes, your own OpenClaw, your own agentic agent and train it 100% for free in your office. Okay? You don't need an Anthropic. You don't need an OpenClaw. All right? There are free models now available. For instance, I have been using OpenRouter. OpenRouter, again, I want to start out first by saying this video is not sponsored by anyone. I'm not here to sell you anything. Actually, I'm not here to make any money off of you. I am here as a concerned citizen of Earth. I'm a concerned citizen of Earth. Whether or not I'm an alien or an alien hybrid, God knows. Okay, starseed, whatever you want to call humans. We are all here together. And we have this thing called a collective. And we are all in this collective together. And I see it as my duty to say something. I'm raising my hand. I'm concerned. Okay? I'm concerned that people are being brainwashed. I'm concerned that people are being told to be afraid of something when they have absolutely nothing to fear. I don't want to say absolutely nothing to fear. I mean, proceed with caution. AI is a powerful tool and we should respect it. Just like a weapon. Any powerful weapon, it should be respected. You should learn how to use it. You should go to the shooting range. You should take a CCW class. You should hire somebody to teach you about safety and how to handle it. All of these things require personal responsibility. And I see people running from personal responsibility. And I'm here to give you a gut check. If you run from personal responsibility, you will be shackled to OpenAI and Anthropic or whatever big wig company comes out with the next big fancy object next. And if you're okay with being shackled, this video is not for you. Bye-bye. You can go somewhere else. I don't want to hear from you. Actually, your opinion doesn't matter to me at all. However, if you are someone that sees the danger in giving away your information, if you're somebody that sees the danger in relinquishing your ability to work based off of a subscription, then this is the place for you. This is the channel for you. If you're at all concerned imbalance in resources, then this is the channel for you. If you're not, if you're just here to see the latest, greatest, shiny AI object, my channel is not for you. Okay, so if you're at all concerned about independence of thought, resource access, or economic participation for individuals, this is a problem that you should be concerned with. Small business will be priced out so quickly from this AI frontier, it'll make your head spin. Data sovereignty. Think about who owns your data. If all of your systems are based off of Opus 4.8, if all of your systems are based off of Claude, if all of your systems are based off of OpenAI, they flip a switch and decide to double their rates tomorrow, will you still be able to use it? Will it still make sense for you? And some people will say yes, and that's fine. And that is a different strategy. There are some people that are saying, hey, we have to use the biggest, baddest model because if I get 10 times farther than you do using your local model, then you'll be obsolete in a year. And my response to that is, if we continue down that path, there will be no other options. You'll only be able to use Anthropic, Claude, or OpenAI. There will be no other options. We have to build other options. There have to be alternatives. And therefore, the more good, moral, honest people that build with AI, the better our future will be, and the better the future of future generations will be. The ability to compete when AI becomes core infrastructure for every single industry. At some point, everything will be built using AI. You will go to a website, it will be built on Web 3.0, and it will be morphing. I don't know if it'll be right in front of your eyes. I can't 100% say what that will look like. I imagine it will be completely customized to the individual. So the individual will log in and it will be able to show you the portion of the website that you're most interested in and the things about that organization or product that you're most interested in. And this is coming. So I know that on my social media, a lot of people are probably looking sideways and thinking, Melissa's lost her mind. What happened to Melissa? Mel went a little crazy with AI, didn't she? I know that's what people are thinking. I know that's what people are saying. And I'm still out here saying it because I used to be afraid of AI. I used to think that AI was the Antichrist. Okay? Coming from that place, and now I have 2 agents in my office, and I am working on a third. I used to have 3, now I have 2. Okay? Again, if you want to see more about that, I do have a graphic novel on the issues that happened. But where I've landed with this is that human nature is to personify everything. We add human characteristics to toys, to animals, to trees, to planets, to rocks, to crystals, to all sorts of inanimate objects. All right? And I believe, if to get a little spiritual here, I'm sorry for the left brain that have a hard time making the leap over to another part of their brain and connecting dots. But to speak a little to the spirituality part, humans have the ability to channel with or without agentic AI, with or without computers. Okay. People can channel, people can remote view, people can do all sorts of very interesting things when they hone their abilities, psychic abilities, whatever you want to call it. People have the ability to channel, for God's sakes, through a board game called the Ouija board. Okay? If you can channel something like that through a board game or through a deck of cards, you certainly probably could channel something through an AI system. Okay? But again, it comes down to the operator. Are you someone that is going through and channeling that kind of energy or asking that energy into your space? Are you that kind of person? Or are you the kind of person that is operating under a different frequency and are operating in a way that is just, moral, ethical, safety first, human betterment in mind, all these things? Like any powerful tool, the intention of the user can be everything. The morality of the user is everything. And so I am here to ask you to leap over your fear, choose to engage rather than avoid. And I'm begging you to build with independence in mind. Try to build something that's yours. And another topic that I would like to address is who owns your information? When you're building in Claude, and let's say you build the next $1 trillion idea, beautiful company, and it's all operated inside Claude, do you really own it? Did you really make it? Or is there a co-ownership there? Who owns what? Where's the IP? And I guarantee you there will be legal court cases about this. And if you at all doubt my judgment on that, go ahead and look up Suno and all of the music upheaval that have happened with AI music in the last couple of years. People are fighting tooth and nail over this. The Actors Guild is fighting tooth and nail over this. I mean, will we be able to have Mel Gibson and Tom Cruise for the rest of our lives because of AI? Because all they need is a lot of video from these people and them at every angle. And basically you just recreate the avatar and have them say whatever you want them to say in whatever script from now until the end of time. So are these people going to be stamped in the film industry for the rest of humanity? Like Greek gods, like Hercules? I don't know. These are all philosophical questions I have. But now I will bring it back down to the practical and talk about what I'm doing today and what I've done today. So I have a local model running on a local server here in my office. And I have 2 agents working together to build a agent operating system. And I started out with this agent operating system that was built out with OpenClaw, and that got restarted, got rebooted. And now I'm with Hermes. All of my agents are now Hermes agents. And I was building with open source models. And what is happening with Hermes is that he is getting about 80% of the command done, executing these things out in layers and with different phases, and architecture is clear. All of the commands are very clear. And because I am not a software developer, what I did is I went into Perplexity. And I used Perplexity to help me build out my plan. Because the first time when I tried to build out a software with just me and Hermes, it wasn't going anywhere. And my point in telling you all of this is to show you that even if you are not a program developer, you can still do this. And this is the hardest it will be, maybe. Okay, and this is the lowest barrier to entry we have right now. This is the worst AI will ever be. It is only getting better every day. There are only new resources for you to use in open source and for free coming online day after day after day. You have more and more and more and more and more options. But if you stay in your box and you stay on the Anthropic platform and you stay on the OpenAI platform, you will be trapped. You will not have any other options. And I'm here to show you how I've been leapfrogging between using Opus for what I can or what I absolutely need to, and then using that to bridge until I build up my system to a point where I can shed it. I can get rid of it. Okay? And I was using Moonshot Kimmy as my operator, and William was using the Quen model. And what was happening was that the agents were telling each other things were done and they not checking, and they're actually not done. And they say, hey, did you do this? And you say, yeah, sure, I did it. And then just like assume it was done, and the file would be empty or the code would be halfway done or halfway written. And what I've been finding is that the agents finish about 80% of the task, say it's done, and then we move to the next phase. So I was building in tests, double check, double check, double check. And I was sitting there cracking the whip, babysitting these agents all weekend, not all weekend, but, checking in with them every couple of hours. I'd say, hey, build out a plan for the next 2 hours for you. And so, you and William to work on this. I'm stepping away, execute. And I would come back and there'd be, oh, we couldn't do this because, some excuse or they'd come back with a question. I'm like, dude, I addressed that in the plan. It's clearly written out. It was almost like they're coming up with excuses to not finish the task 100%. Okay. And it sounds like this may be a current Hermes issue with their architecture. I'm kind of seeing some stuff pop up here and there. I'm involved in some groups. Some people were lightly talking about this today. I'm not a techie person. If you want to know more, I am a part of a community and a Discord that discusses topics like this and are currently building out an educational channel for people. If you want to learn more about very, very specific questions you have with open source or with local models and agentic agents and multi-agent systems, that is a great place to go. And I encourage you to click the link down below and join the Discord if you have any questions like that. I'm leapfrogging using Perplexity. I am using the cheaper plan. I'm not using the $275 a month plan right now. I've limited myself there. I'm only using the $40 a month plan, which gives me access to Opus 4.6. Okay, so I am dumping some notes, doing some planning in Opus 4.6 and carrying that over to my Hermes, using it to help me prompt my Hermes and give better commands to my Hermes. Okay? And at some point, once I have vetted Minimax 3, right now I'm testing Minimax 3 with my William and with my agent council. Okay, I went through some other models, but right now it sounds like Minimax 3 has the best feedback, and I'm very excited to see how that goes. I'm using it via OpenRouter. I am using OpenRouter more and more because it gives me one key I have to use. I give that to my agent. They have access to like 441 models. Okay, I have lots of options. I like options. This video is not sponsored at all. I'm not sponsored by OpenRouter. I'm not sponsored by Perplexity. My preference is the less subscriptions I have, the happier I am. I like Perplexity because I can pick and choose and change shit around if I want. Router, same thing. They're very quick about putting on new options. Minimax 3 hasn't been out for very long. It came on board right away. I was looking at, oh shit, am I going to have to update my server and get a new local model here in my office to try this Minimax 3 and to test it out? No, you can test it out without investing all that money by using OpenRouter. All right? And guess what? Minimax 3 is 1,000 times cheaper than Opus 4.7 or 4.8, okay, or ChatGPT 5.5. You do have to pay OpenRouter a fee. They do have a service fee for giving you access to this model. You do have to pay it. And I will say that one thing I noticed when I was using my clause was that they preferred GPT 5.5. I would tell them to use something else and they would keep using GPT 5.5. I'm sure OpenAI will deny that they have any kind of preference over which API key you use, but my experience with when I was using it, it kept drifting over there. Okay, so which makes sense. They're going to design their products to try to get people to use their API keys. And Hermes was doing 80% of the work and claiming it was done. I really had to supervise and push and iterate, give step-by-step instructions. Right now I'm leapfrogging. Okay, I'm using a better model. I got over this. I was like, you know what? We need to get this done. I've got to move on to my crypto council. I've got to start this testing. So I started using 4.6 to button up the code, to get it done, to get it audited, to get it closed out. And when I'm done, I will have a multi-agent communication, multi-agent management system where I can see all of the interactions between all the different agents, be able to see the sub-agents, be able to see the crypto council debates. I'm building out 10 different council members. We have a host, we have a commentator, and a referee, and building out rules around how we determine who won the debate and so on. So I'm excited to share that with you, hopefully next week. And never swap your operator model without testing. I trust Opus 4.6. I've used it on and off probably more than any other model in the last however long it's been out, 6 months or so. And it's a great model. I trust it. So I said, you know what, while I'm troubleshooting this and trying to figure out if this is an Hermes structural issue with the agent harness, or if this is a model issue, or if it's a user issue, I had to move over to Opus 4.6 to determine where the issue was. And right now I've determined it was a little bit model and a little bit harness. And those two together exacerbated the clusterfuck and caused unnecessary token burn. Because if you're using a model that costs 1/100th of the cost of Opus 4.7 or 4.8 or 4.6, and you end up having to prompt or redo your project 10 times and push information through 100 times more, you're paying the same or more, and you're wasting your time. So there's a balance there, and I am walking that balance the best I can. And one of my guides is cost. It's to control cost. So Opus 4.6 is now considerably cheaper than 4.7 or 4.8. And I can use it sparingly to get through these upcoming projects while I test the Minimax 3. And if Minimax 3 does as well as I think it will, I should be able to again replace Opus 4.6. All right. And I was using Kimi for a while. on Open Router and jumped over to my local model and had some agents running local and some agents running over here. My point is, test a bunch of stuff, test your models, document your benchmarks within your own system. Yeah, having outside benchmarks is great, but benchmarking in your own environment has to be done first before making any model or significant changes to your system, unless you want to blow your system up. Own your own operating system. The safest path forward is building independence, not renting it, and it has never been more affordable. So, number one, if everybody's building their own systems, we have decentralization naturally. It will just naturally happen. There are a bunch of really, really smart people out there all over the world who can pair up together, work together, build their own systems, build things the way they see fit. And the more people that build in AI and in cryptocurrency, the more decentralized our future will be. The less participants we have, the more centralized it will become. Okay, so participation is encouraged in this new era. And number two is affordability. So Minimax via Open Router, local inference on modest hardware. Thank God for open source. The cost barrier to independent AI has never been lower. Between Hermes and Open Router and all these wonderful resources we have to plug and play and customize, the water's never been warmer. The water's fine. The temperature's fine. Come on in. Are you going to spend time? Are you going to learn? Are you going to fall down, scrape your knee? Yeah. Yeah. Is it work? Yes, it's still work. It's still work. And if you're afraid of work, again, this channel is not for you. I'm not for you. Good people building. The more honest, principled builders who enter this space, the better our collective future will be. This is not the time to cower. It's the time to build. And the agent economy is projected to reach $3 trillion by 2030. Agentic AI will make at least 15% of daily financial decisions autonomously. The infrastructure being built right now, wallets, smart contracts, open models, will determine who participates in that economy and who pays rent to access it. So you're going to pay a utility bill, or are you going to own your own solar? I think most of us who own solar know that even if you have solar, you still need your backup system. You still need access to the grid. Most of the time, you can't even build a house in a lot of these cities without having access to the grid, unfortunately. But everybody understands a backup system. Okay, have a backup system. Have it there if you want it. But try to own your own solar. Does that make sense? Will it be hard? Yes. Will it be easy? No. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Staying away from the latest AI and building independence is not easy. It's hard. It is affordable now. It's becoming more and more affordable. And it's becoming especially more and more affordable compared to the alternatives. And the more good, honest people we have building, the better our future all will be. Between OpenClaw, Minimax, Hermes, blockchain wallets, and decentralization, that's what I see for an independent future, and that's what I am personally focusing on. So with that, hopefully you found this useful. If you like the message, please follow the channel, please share it. Again, if you would like to join the community, I will have a link down below to the Discord. Over there, you will be able to see what other people are building, or just learn from other people. It's 100% free. There's no pay this $500 a month subscription to have access to this and that. No, all are welcome. All are encouraged to build, whether you're tech or non-tech. And thank you for hanging out until the end, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Will I be enough then? After it will be enough. Thought I was tough, thought I had it in me. Not great, take it to the grave, be brave. Did anyone even see me? Why can't I shake this? till the break of dawn, till the next dawn breaks. I wish I was great.